So recently, Ice Spice wore a Betty Boop costume to do a performance or whatever, and whole time she trying to pull it down. Like I can't even show it because it's YouTube guidelines. Like it's ridiculous. I mean, it was a stripper show pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Like she wore the skirt. Obviously, it isn't meant to go past her back, her lower back. And she spent the whole show trying to pull it down over her booty. What are you pulling it down for? Let it breathe at this point. You obviously showed it, wore it to show off them cheeks. But it just surprises me that this is, it don't surprise me. But it's disappointing to see that this is what everybody calls the culture. This is what rap is now. Because she obviously isn't talented. She obviously ain't got no bars. And I don't know why everybody got so upset at Jermaine Dupri back in the day when he called this stripper rap. Because that's what this is. He called it scrap. Right? And everybody got all upset. Hey, what are you calling it that for? Because this is what it is. And it's sad to see because this is all y'all focus on. Like, and my man from Hip Hop Uncensored brought up this point. Like, at least if you name Lil Kim, Foxy, these Eve chicks back in the day. He was like, the one thing, they was all sexual and this, that, and other, but one thing they had in common is they could spit. They had bars. Now, I'm saying as far as our culture is still trash. It's still trash. Because look at Lil Kim now. Look at Lil Kim now. Like we are the only people that take the raunchiest and the ratchetest and the most violent thugs of our culture and push it to the forefront and call it culture. And it's sad to see when you get old. That's why we telling y'all ladies, like y'all keep focusing on the BBLs and plastic surgery and got tattoos everywhere. It's not gonna last. And before long, you'll be looking like Lil Kim. And funny, right after I seen the Ice Spice video, I see a Lil Kim video. And Lil Kim is on stage. Now, she was more covered up, obviously, because her body is botched. But she decided to take off her panties and throw them to the crowd. Now, she did it just for the show. She didn't actually take off no panties. I think she pulled it off her arm or something for the showmanship and threw it out to the crowd. But I was surprised that they took them draws in the crowd. I thought everybody was going to run like how you do at the wedding when they throw the garter belt out to the dudes. I don't want... Cause I swear, look, I would have thrown them back. They'd have given, you'd have thrown them draws to me, them old draws to me. They going back on stage. Huh? It'll be the first time I'm going to break my fastball back out. Take these old draws back with you. Because it just, at this point, it looks sad. It looks sad. Once it ages, and you're still trying to, I ain't saying Lil Kim shouldn't be torn and still making money off her music, this, that, and other. But it comes a time where you get to an age where this is just starting to look bad. It's not aging well. And the more she keeps trying to keep up with these young girls by doing all this plastic surgery to herself and BBLs and more surgery and liposuction and all this different stuff she keeps trying to do to herself. And this isn't just Lil Kim. This is a lot of women in our society. The older you get and the more that you keep doing, it looks worse. And you just look bad trying to keep up with these young girls. And young girls, I'm telling y'all, you need to stop focusing so much on this part of the game, showing your cheeks, because when they start sagging, it's not going to look the same. It's not going to hit the same. And all you're going to do is start spending your time being bitter and jealous of the younger chicks. I just seen a video not too long ago of Kaya, the My Neck and My Back chick, going off on all the young chicks of today because she keep getting compared to them. Somehow she thinks she's different because, and I guess in her words, she wasn't twerking as much, or you ain't see nobody that she was connected to as far as who she's sleeping with and this, that, and other. And you didn't know she had a man or a husband or whatever. Kaya, we don't care. We don't care. Whatever, listen, your mouth and the way that you talk is all we know you for. And that puts you in the same grouping as the chicks that you're talking about. So all of that yipping and yapping you doing, trying to remove yourself from them, you already there. You was the blueprint to that. Not that it wasn't nobody doing it before Kaya, but I'm just saying she's older now. And I'll say this, is good to see that she still isn't BBLing it up, trying to keep up with the younger chicks or whatever, but you still, your mouth is still, and I'm just sad to see that this is what we call culture. I did a video not too long ago about the 9-year-old kid that they got rapping and talking about guns and getting head and all this, you know what I'm saying? And this is what we keep perpetuating. Y'all ain't gonna be happy until, because you know these young girls and young boys are looking up to y'all. But yet ain't nobody got no responsibility as far as what they're showing the youngest. We just seen the video I did with Kodak Black. If you didn't see that, check that out. Where he's talking about in Super Gremlin, whatever song that was, his lyric was, I knew the perk was fake, but I still ate it. I'm a super gremlin or whatever. And he like, man, I really ain't want to say it. I ain't want to say it because I knew it was wrong, but the line was just so hard. I just had to do it. So you gonna convince all these young kids that's listening to you to go and take fake perks, which is, most of them are laced with fentanyl, and people are dying by the minute from this overdose, and that's what you're going to put on, you know what I'm saying? It's so disappointing that this is the type of stuff that they keep reiterating, that they keep pushing. Sexy Red got on an interview. It's raunchy and it's sexual as her lyrics is. Get on an interview and tell them, oh, they like talking about sex or whatever. Oh, I'm the raw, she the raw dog queen. She don't never use condoms. And we just watched when she went into a high school and the whole high school went crazy for her because they look up to this girl. So not only you going to put our young girls on this path of debauchery, but then you going to send them out there and tell them don't wear protection as well? So they can get pregnant like your goofy self right now? And then you glamorizing the fact that you love kicking it with thugs. Dudes that's running around and robbing people, and you hugged up with the dude with the ankle monitor on your leg. So this is what you showing our little girl. And look, I be trying to give y'all grace because I was a young dummy as well. We were all young and dumb at some point, but at what point are we going to start trying to have some type of decorum and give some type of game and guidance to all these kids that are watching y'all? Like this, as you can see, the 9-year-old rapper is already deep in the game. And then he got older idiots co-signing, oh, this just the normal around our hood. There's always some kids that's bad. Yeah, of course there's always some kids that's bad around the hood doing this, because that's what y'all keep showing them. You keep taking these kids under your arm, under your wing, and giving them all the game that you give them because you in the street and you don't know no better. So of course you couldn't teach him better, but it's like at some point, man, come on. And it's like no other culture does this but us. And when are we going to realize they all love hip hop, but they laugh at us for being this way? Show me the other cultures that prop up the worst of the worst and the ratchet of the ratchet of their culture. Chinese, Asians, Jewish, Arabs. What? Show me where. It's only us. It's only the black folk that are putting this on display and proud of it. Just like I said in the video, a crackhead even knows that if they're caught up into crack and this, that, and the other, they at least know better than to not let their kid smoke a crack pipe. So kind of consider that to be the same. Because y'all ain't going to be happy until it's 9-year-old, 8-year-old girls out here twerking it up just like Ice Spice is. And you might as well say we already there because, I mean, I've seen kids twerking in diapers and their mama's the one that's showing them how to do it. And y'all cheer it on. So we already here. Then when they get 12, 13 years old and end up pregnant, y'all be ready to knock them between the washer and dryer like Mike Epps say. But make it make sense because you taught them this. As a matter of fact, I seen on Instagram years ago, these chicks, it was at a barbecue or some family event, and they sitting here, got the little girls dance battling, right? And the one girl that all these grown idiot women were geeking up. I mean, they're watching this little girl do the splits and twerking all on the floor and all of it, and they just geeking her up. Like, you dingbats don't see nothing wrong with this, man. Like, of course we was all young and dumb, but come on, man. Like, at some point, the kid's supposed to be in the house when the grown-ups is doing all of this. And it's just kind of impossible to keep this stuff from the kids. So at some point, like, could you possibly, Sexy Red, tell the kids, you know, not say stuff like, don't, like, be the no condom queen. Like, you know, it's just some stuff that you should just, could everything not be about just like a stripper show? But unfortunately, this is where we is. This is our so-called culture. It's your boy P. Camp, man. Let me know what you think, what you don't think.